Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lender Act, NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida 76508, Georgia 69178, Illinois 031.0058339, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington 237926. Heidi Cycle Points DBO 1666881, Arizona 101648.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.
The music of Johnny Cash, June Carter, and more, coming to you in one unforgettable virtual performance on Johnny Cash's birthday, Friday, February 26th, by the Walking Phoenixes.
We got married in a fever.
Playing the hits of Johnny Cash and June Carter with special guests actor Bill Dempsey Young and James Crook, paying a tribute to Elvis Presley.
We're gonna do anything to lay off of my blue suede shoes.
Witness the premiere of lead singer Drew and Young's original song, Irish Cowgirl, with guest Irish dancer Kennedy McGill, literally tapping across the world in Ireland. Tickets on sale now at www.walkingphoenixes.com. Hear Jared Miller on bass, Matt Lake on guitar, Josh Mayo on drums, and Drew and Young and the lovely Jeannie Marie Jacobson paying tribute to Johnny and June. This special show will be benefiting mesothelioma research from the Pacific Meso Center, February 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tickets available now at walkingphoenixes.com. This show is sponsored by Worthy Brewing and Mortgage Mom Radio. One night only. Get your tickets now and enjoy this performance from the comfort of your own home or wherever you are.
All right. Well, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and as always, I've got Miss Heidi with me. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am good. I am so excited about this Friday, watching Drew and the Walking Phoenixes, listening to some Johnny Cash and June Carter. It's going to be for such a great cause. We talked all about it last week in the show. So hopefully you guys have all gotten your tickets. And if you haven't yet, you can go to walkingphoenixes.com. You can get your tickets there. It is this Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, right, Matt? That's what it was, Pacific time, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So grab your wine, grab your beer, turn it on in the living room, and just enjoy the music. They really are a fantastic group, fantastic band. You've listened to them 100 times. I've gotten to actually preview. He's been sending me previews all week of here it is. It's coming, and they're good. I mean, they are really good.
Yeah, they're great. So that's how I'm going to celebrate part of my birthday on Friday is we're going to barbecue. We're going to put them up on the big screen, and we're just going to dance and barbecue and drink.
Yeah, that's going to be great. And I don't know if you guys all know, but Heidi is a leap year birthday. So she doesn't actually get a real birthday this year. So last year she did. Last year we got a leap year birthday. But based on the amount of years you've actually had a birthday on the 29th, how old are you?
I am 10, and I'll be 10 and a quarter.
Nice. And when is the next time that you actually get a birthday on the 29th?
2024.
Wow. How often is it that it happens? How many years?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. Wow. Okay. Well, and do you celebrate on the 28th or on the 1st?
I generally celebrate on the 1st because my sister Holly is the 27th. So we're only 1 year and 2 days apart. So I try and keep that 2 days between us.
Yeah, your mom went to town.
She was a busy woman. There's 3 of us, and we're all only a year apart.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, happy birthday to you. I hate that you're in Arizona, that I'm not going to be able to spend it with you. We don't get to do our normal, Friday afternoon and get the margaritas and make it home, and we're a little buzzed for the for the rest of the night. We walk in from work, and the husbands are like, "What is wrong with you girls? It's Hattie's birthday."
Right, celebrating the birthdays, breakfast, then a lunch. Yeah,
right?
It does. It's kind of a bummer. I'm really sad I don't get to celebrate, but I think we're gonna try and take an Easter trip together. So we'll celebrate both our birthdays because I wasn't there for your birthday either.
I know,
So,
but I'm not till June. I've got a little bit to go, so we'll put the focus on Heidi. That's for sure.
well, I'm back celebrating.
There you go.
See, I'm
Yeah.
celebrating last year's with you.
Retroactive.
Right? When did you move? What month did you move?
I moved in August.
Oh my gosh. Has it been that
Yeah.
long already?
It has.
Ugh,
It has. It's crazy.
it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I love
I
that you
know.
made it out to the river with us. When
Yes.
did we go? I feel like, did we have it? Oh, we did. When, did we? Did we have a show? When did we go? It was before Drew, right? Last week?
It was
It was a weekend before.
the weekend before Drew.
Yes.
Yes.
So, that was awesome because it was last minute. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm in Needles. You're not that far. Drive out right now. And, it was great to get 2 days with you and Jeremy. And, that was special. But we need more than 2 days. Well, and it was like a day and a half. I mean,
Right.
because you got there, Saturday afternoon. And then we left on Monday morning. So
Monday morning. Yeah.
it wasn't like a whole, I didn't feel like I got my fill.
No, because we didn't plan a vacation. It wasn't something we were ready for. So, and the weather wasn't great. So we didn't really get to have like a camping trip.
No,
But
the weather
thanks
was
to
terrible.
Thanks to you, I own a side by side
I love it. I love it.
that doesn't fit in our trailer.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy's like, that's fine. We'll just sell the trailer and get a new one. Mind you, I bought the trailer in August.
Right. To move.
Mhm.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So,
Sorry.
he's like, simple fix.
right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, you know what? Trailers are hard to come by right now. So I have no doubt you guys can turn around and sell that trailer and probably for pretty much what you paid for it. I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell it to someone in California
there you go.
because
You
in
can't find
Arizona,
'em.
it's a little easier to find.
Yeah. They are not here. They are so hard to find. Truly. You cannot get them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, we're going to definitely have to really plan a real camping trip and go.
Yes.
The weather was terrible while we were there. It was so windy. It was horrible. And, so it made it a little bit difficult to even want to go out there and try to ride when you've got sand blowing into your eyeballs. It wasn't fantastic, but the night times were great. Like the wind did die down at night and we had a lot of fun. We were actually singing and dancing right in front of the RV. And Jeremy was actually trying to lift me up what was the Dirty Dancing? We were trying to do I was trying to do the baby lift.
Videos.
Yeah, we're going to have to start to get a little bit more racy with the Mortgage Mom Radio. I think the after dark portion, we're going to have to start pulling out videos and then watching them and then making fun of ourselves. But it was actually a really good time. I just finally healed to where I can put on a shoe. Maybe today because I did cut my feet up a little bit. Yeah.
Flip flops flying.
We
and,
did. Hey, I was in. I was all in. I was going baby. I was going right up there. I swore he was going to be able to do it. We never quite made it. And then
you did. You did.
Did we?
I've got 2 videos. You made it twice
Nice.
on the 30 videos I shot.
All right, we're gonna definitely have to play that one next week. That is, you're gonna have to send it to Matt early enough that he can get it to where we can play it in the show. But those are the fun times. Those are the things that you remember, right? That's the good stuff. So,
Well, I will let you know, Jeremy is not quite healed
from his back, from picking me up.
His back's still, hurting a little bit,
Still a
but
little
he's doing
sore.
better.
Yeah. I can believe that. Well, this has been an awesome catching up with Mom segment. I hope everybody's enjoying it. We're not even talking about mortgage. Why? This is way more fun to listen to Debbie and Heidi.
If you saw the video, you would just be cracking up right now because I can't stop giggling.
Just thinking about
I
it.
have watched some of them several times for my own just enjoyment.
Right? I'm sure they were
they're
good.
not me.
I am sure that they were good. I'm sure they were very good. Yes. And I can say I didn't feel very good the next day and I still drove that RV home. So I am a trooper.
All right, we got a couple comments. Aunt Lori and Dad on YouTube both say hi.
Hey there. Hey guys. Thanks for watching always. Love the support of the fam.
And our good friend Druin says hi, y'all.
Hey, Drew. Can't wait. We played your commercial at the beginning. We're going to play it a couple more times throughout the show. We want to make sure everybody's going to get those tickets for this Friday. If you guys are listening to us on Saturday morning on radio, unfortunately, it's too late, man. If you didn't get to it, you didn't watch the concert. So sorry, but hey, guess what? Drew's got another concert, a follow-up date, and we will make sure that we get you that out. Drew, if you are watching, can you please put into the feed for us what that second date was? I can't remember from the interview that we did last week when you told us that the second date was. So make sure that you throw that into the feed right there, and I'll throw that out to everybody, because we do have obviously people watching us live Wednesday right here on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. I don't have any followers watching us right now, but I swear it's going to happen one day. But
we will get one.
We will get one. We will get one. But there's a lot of people that obviously listen to us on Saturday morning on radio, and we want to make sure that we can get you as many tickets sold as possible, because this is just such a fantastic event. So what did he say, Matt? What do we got?
Oh, well, there's your confirmation. He said March 27th is the second show, and then Saturday at 7 Pacific, right? So,
Yes,
so if you are hearing it on the radio, is there an opportunity?
Oh, it's Saturday? No. Is March 27th Saturday? I thought it was this Friday was the concert.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I thought it was
I
Friday,
misread that.
February 26th. So maybe March 27th is a Saturday. Drew, check us. Let us know for sure. And I also want to know if they can get tickets to the second show also at your walkingphoenixes.com.
The March 27th is a Saturday.
Yes. Okay. So it is this Friday. So if you're listening Saturday morning, you already missed it, but you guys can catch it again March 27th. And Drew, can we still get to walkingphoenixes.com for the tickets for March 27th? So confirm that one for us as well. Hey, I hope that you guys are understanding that we're doing this live. We're on YouTube. It is Wednesday at 5. And Drew is answering questions for us. People are saying hi. I can see Heather. Heather said hi. That's great. My dad's putting something in the feed about his cat.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the YouTube feed, it's a picture of a cat in a box. So, yeah, Bosco is here is what he's trying to tell us.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so my dad's cat is here. He's watching us live here on Wednesday.
And, yes,
I'm
Aunt
so
Lori.
glad Matt can interpret these things.
Yeah, right? I know. Dad's pretty good. And then Aunt Laura's asking, what is she asking?
If it's 8 p.m. Phoenix time, I believe that's correct.
Yes, it'll be 8 p.m. Phoenix time this Friday. And then obviously, if you guys can't catch it, it's going to be again on Saturday, March 27th. And still waiting for Drew to tell me, yes, he did, right? WalkingPhoenixes.com.
Yes.
You can get tickets to both events. So we're going to push that out, Drew, man, as many times as we possibly can. We want to make sure that we help. One of the most interesting things was, our radio rep at Go Country. I was actually talking to her, and, she's become a really close friend at this point. It's been over 4 years we've been on radio with Go Country. And so, talking to her, and she had heard the show, and she texted me the next morning, and she said that I believe it was her father. I'd have to go back. It could have been her mother, but I believe it was her father that actually passed from mesothelioma. Mesothelioma. Swear to God, doesn't matter how many times I practice it, I don't get it quite right. But so there's a lot of people out there that have struggled with this disease and are either struggling or know somebody that has passed from it. And so all of the support we can possibly get for all of the research that the Pacific Center is doing would be absolutely fantastic. And if you're not a country fan, if you're not a Johnny Cash fan, there's going to be a little bit of Elvis in the show. If you're not a fan of this kind of music, that's okay. Get on there, buy a ticket for somebody that you know who is, or donate some money. Like, seriously, it's just such a great event. And, we're just looking for everybody that can possibly help to do that. So, Drew, keep pushing it out there. Keep tagging me to all of your Facebook feeds. I love it. And I got to get you like access to Mortgage Mom Radio's Facebook, because he tags us, Heidi. He tags our Facebook page, but it doesn't end up on the page because he's tagging it. So I got to figure out a way that I can get that actually to be, front and center on that page. So maybe Matt, write that one down. I know you're always writing notes during the show. Like, what do I owe people next week that she keeps promising?
Yep.
So anyway, and then I think we had, Carrie's on. She says, hi, ladies. Carrie, we got to get you on again.
Hi, Carrie.
We've got, did you see, okay, so we're going to definitely do a lot of catching up with Mom in this one. And then we're going to get to loans and real estate and all that stuff. I swear, I promise. But did you see the video that Drew actually posted on Facebook of Carrie over the weekend?
Oh my God. I was dying. And I'm so bad about commenting. I see something and then I'm on to my next whatever's going on in my house. But it was so funny. I was dying laughing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going, I remember those days, and I only had one child,
Right.
and I don't think I had any pets.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, I don't even know how Carrie and Drew do it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been just that woman pulling her hair out, like just a huge mess. And they're so cute.
Uh-huh.
And Carrie, you're such a trooper.
Oh my goodness.
because
You could
I would
feel the
never.
pain. You could feel the pain on her face. And that's going to be another one. Just like you've got to do the video of Jeremy picking me up to Dirty
Oh, yeah.
Dancing. We're going to have to get the video of Carrie up on the next show as well in our after hour segment.
Yes.
Because literally the look on her face, let me just explain it to everybody that is listening that can't see us on Facebook talking about it or YouTube. It was a video that Drew did that was basically like, oh dear, Carrie, are you okay? And you
Right.
could just see her sitting in the middle of the living room, all of the kids' toys spewed all over the place. The dog was growling, the cat was meowing, one kid was caught behind a table, the other kid was just sitting there, flopping his legs, kicking his legs. I mean, and she just had this look that as a mother, the
Oh,
look.
yeah.
I mean, you could just feel for her in every bone in your body.
Yeah,
And I
you're
don't
just
offer to
done
babysit.
and drained.
I never offer to babysit. I'm going to be honest right
Yeah.
now. I absolutely love my kids. I truly do. But I'm just not honestly that person. I deal with mine.
Yeah.
I deal with mine.
I'm the
I
one
just
that
can say
offers to babysit babies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like all babies.
Yeah.
Now, once they're toddlers and they can talk back to me, I'm like, no,
Right.
take them back.
They're all yours. But
They're all
I literally had to offer. I'm like, let good old Aunt Debbie take a try. Like,
Yep.
let somebody help you out here. I could just feel her pain. I've been there so many times. So anyway, God bless you, Carrie. God bless you, Drew. Drew, that was absolutely hilarious that you got the video.
Oh my
But
God.
I guarantee that Drew's feeling the same pain that Carrie was. It was just Carrie was exhausted. You could just see it. So
Oh yeah. But it was the funniest video.
Yes.
And honestly, Carrie is such a trooper because I remember that stage having babies, right?
yes.
You were not taking a picture of me. You were not taking a video of me, not when I looked like that, which was 99% of the time that I wasn't home,
Yep.
like that I was home. And it was like, oh, honey, no. No.
no pictures right now. I
Mm-mm.
literally have barely any pictures of me at all while I was pregnant, and barely any pictures of me at all when the kids were little. I just always felt like I never looked good. I always felt chunky or chubby, and
Yep.
it was just you're always exhausted and your hair's pulled back and there's no makeup on and you've got spit up all over your clothes and and everything's wrinkled and you might still be wearing the same sweats and sweatshirt from 3 days ago. Maybe you
Yep.
haven't even gotten to take a shower yet. So I feel her pain, and that is why she is an essential piece of Mortgage Mom Radio.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not saying I don't love kids. I love kids. I love my kids. But I'm going to tell you right now, my kids drained me. There was no way I was going to be that mom that opened up my door and said, sure, send in 4 more. Let me babysit them. No. No, not going to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna ask because Heather jumped in on YouTube and said Debbie babysitting. Ha 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 ha. Is there a story there, or is that just?
No. I mean, I honestly, like with no, there's no. Honestly, there is no story there whatsoever. It was. I'm not really one that would have offered it at the time. I was all about everybody come. Bring you, your family, your husband, your kid. Bring your dogs. More the merrier. 50 people could be in my house. I didn't care. But don't load more children on me by myself. No.
Right.
No.
And I'm like, give me your baby. Like Carrie knows. I'm like, give me the baby.
Yeah. Uh-huh. For sure. So that was some catching up with Mom. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, you want to know more about us, please feel free to ask. Make sure you tune in next week if you guys want to see the funny, hilarious videos that we are going to show you.
Yes.
Sorry, Carrie, we're going to call you out next week. You guys are going to get some amazing, funny Mortgage Mom Radio, Debbie camping over the weekend with Heidi. So we'll throw some of those out. I'm sure that there's probably a couple of good ones of Heidi we can find as well. So we'll make sure we get you guys those. I mean, you guys got to know we're real people, right? We're down to earth. We're working. We're doing videos. We're on radio, and we're helping you guys buy homes and close on your mortgages and get your refinances and fix your credit and do all of that stuff all at the same time. We're real people. We're family. You know, that's just the way that it goes. So let's see. What is Carrie saying? She said, Heidi, I'll drop them off.
I can't even keep up with all of this.
That's
Drive
good
to
stuff.
Arizona anytime.
Yep, absolutely. And then my dad's got something going on for Matt. We got Houseboat Billy on. Why don't you give us, fill us in. Ooh, we've got Shelly. Shelly, hey, it's so good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I haven't seen you in forever. And let me just tell you, Shelly's hilarious. She's one of those people that I live vicariously through Facebook watching her posts. I love it. I absolutely love it. What do we got going on?
Well, I'm not sure if we touched on this. Carrie did say that Drew was not supposed to post that video.
Oh, but he did. So now it's too bad. Too late.
Heather said, you're just not the first person I would think of to babysit.
She needs supervision to babysit.
Yeah.
I don't. I need vodka to babysit. Let's be honest. All right.
Dad said, Matt and I used to be outnumbered 8-2 when it came to males versus females back at the old house.
Yes.
Yeah. Carrie says, Heidi, I'll drop them off. Houseboat Billy says, good evening, ladies. Dad says even the dog was a girl. And then Shelly with her smiley faces. I think we're caught up now.
I think we're all caught up. Are we there?
I don't know. Did we miss any?
I don't know. All right. Well, we're going to get on to actual mortgage, real estate, all that good stuff, what's happening with the market. I'm sure that you guys have heard things are getting a little crazy, spinning out of control. Those interest rates are. So we're going to touch on that. But I do want you, Matt, to play that commercial again for Drew because it is so important to me. You guys, please, please, please buy those tickets. This is for such a great cause. Truly, even if you don't like country music, buy one, give it to somebody that does, or just donate whatever you can. I don't care if it's $5, $2, $1, whatever you can do. So let's go ahead and play that video, and then when we get back, we're going to talk about the interest rate market because it's a little on fire, the wrong direction.
The music of Johnny Cash, June Carter, and more, coming to you in one unforgettable virtual performance on Johnny Cash's birthday, Friday, February 26th, by the Walking Phoenixes. Playing the hits of Johnny Cash and June Carter with special guests actor Bill Dempsey Young and James Crook, paying a tribute to Elvis Presley.
We're gonna do anything to lay off of my blue suede shoes.
Witness the premiere of lead singer Drew and Young's original song, Irish Cowgirl, with guest Irish dancer Kennedy McGill, literally tapping across the world in Ireland. Tickets on sale now at www.joaquinphoenixes.com. Hear Jared Miller on bass, Matt Lake on guitar, Josh Mayo on drums, and Drew and Young and the lovely Jeannie Marie Jacobson paying tribute to Johnny and June. This special show will be benefiting mesothelioma research from the Pacific Meso Center, February 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tickets available now at joaquinphoenixes.com. This show is sponsored by Worthy Brewing and Mortgage Mom Radio. One night only. Get your tickets now and enjoy this performance from the comfort of your own home or wherever you are.
All right. Well, welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. Thank you so much, Drew, really, for sending us the video and all of the information about the upcoming event. We're going to keep pushing it throughout the entire hour. Remember, guys, if you're listening on Saturday morning, you're too late. You missed it. It was yesterday. It was Friday. But there is another event. It is on March the 27th. You can go to walkingphoenixes.com to get those tickets. Do not miss it. It really is going to be a great event. And if you guys are following us live right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, make sure you guys are letting us know you're here. Say hi, put something in the feed. We want to hear from you. We want to know that you guys are here. If you haven't watched us do this live, you really should. I guarantee somebody's got questions for us that they want to ask. And the best way to do that and to watch us answer that question live for you completely unscripted is to do it Wednesdays live at 5 on YouTube or Facebook. Watch us record it and ask us your questions right into the feed, and we're going to answer those for you. So on to the good stuff. I mean, I think the beginning of the show was good. I mean, I kind of liked the catching up with Mom and getting to know everybody and talking funny stuff. But the good stuff is we're Mortgage Mom Radio, right? We're talking about everything that's going on in the market and in, real estate and everything that's changing, right? So Heidi, how you feeling about those interest rates this week?
Well, I'm not loving them.
No.
Yeah, they are going the wrong direction for us, for the market. Unfortunately, I've had a few clients that I ended up quoting, and they took a little longer. They waited, got back to me, and the rates, unfortunately, now do not benefit them.
Right.
The rates have just continued to rise. And, rates are still good, let's be honest, but they're not where they were. And they're just continuously have gone up. Kind of the beginning of this week, last week, they were going up. And it's just kind of that strange market right now.
Yeah.
So
it's so I would say beginning last week, about Monday last week, everything had been, kind of status quo for a long time. And then all of a sudden it kind of started getting worse, which we see all the time. We'll see it start to lose a little bit. But then usually we kind of come right back, kind of bounce around, little up, little down, little up, little down. And instead we have just continued to go up and up and up and up and up and up. And I would say that we're probably about 0.5% higher than where we were last Monday. So, Matt, I don't know if you've got a calendar there. Just anybody listening to this show, I want to make sure that they can put 2 and 2 together. But today is the 24th of February. Last Monday was what date? The 16th, maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
15th, 16th. So, since that point in time, we've lost probably about 0.5% in
15th,
rate.
yeah.
The 15th. So, does that mean that we are going to continue to go up and go up further? Possibly. Obviously, if I had a crystal ball, neither me or Heidi would be doing mortgages for a living.
Nope.
I personally, in my gut, I feel like we've kind of hit it. We're probably where we're going to go to. Maybe we might lose a little bit more and go a little tiny bit higher. But I've been doing this for well over 25 years at this point, and they go up and then they kind of come down, and then they go up and they kind of come down. And it goes the same way when we're going down, right? They go down and then they kind of float a little up, and then they go down further and then they float a little bit up. So we're just going the other way right now, right? We just had this massive spike up. We'll probably level off a little bit. We might drift down just a tiny bit. And, are we going to continue to go up from there? We don't know. We don't really know what is or isn't coming. Interest rates are still very good. They're still in the very low 3s. I mean, guys, think about it. These interest rates are still phenomenal. But like Heidi said, we've had some clients that we did quote a week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that just kind of took their time in getting everything put together, and now interest rates are higher. So if you have an interest rate that you've been hoping to refinance, you're around a 4% rate right now, maybe higher than 4%. You've been telling yourself you need to get it done. You probably need to get it done. If you called us and we quoted you a rate a week or 2 ago, and now all of a sudden you're finally ready to go and you didn't get it locked in, maybe we should wait. Maybe we wait and we just kind of watch the market for the next week or 2 and kind of see what direction that they're going to go. Maybe you're scared, you don't want to wait, you want to get it locked in. But interest rates are definitely up, and it's something important for people to hear. What I've had happen quite a few times this week is I'm getting phone calls saying, and especially from financial planners and CPAs that we work with that refer us business, they'll call and they'll say, I've got these clients and they're buying a home. They just got into escrow, but they really need to talk to you. I mean, I really think that they're getting a quote that's just too high. And I'm having to stop them and explain, I would be, number one, more than happy to talk to them always. I will never, ever, ever say no. I love the opportunity at trying to do a loan for somebody. But rates have gone up. So, what everybody is used to hearing, those high 2s, 2 3/4, 2 5/8, 2 1/2. We're probably more like 3, 3 1/8, 3 1/4, right? In some situations, 3 1/2. I mean, it depends on the loan program, right? So it's just something I feel like it was really important for us to talk about because it is happening. And there have been a lot of people that have been sitting on the fence and not getting it done. These low rates are going to be around for a while, but not forever. So definitely
Right.
something that if you've been thinking about it, do it. And also something that we can sit and watch and we can wait until it's the right time to get it going. You know, there's nothing that tells us that we need to pull the trigger right now today. And maybe there's somebody that feels like they need to pull the trigger right now today. And it's just going to depend on each person individually.
Yeah, and it's just something to be aware of, right? We have clients that like, well, you quoted me this. Well, yes, but that was a month ago.
Right.
That was 3 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. We don't control the market. And we always try and educate people. If you like this rate, we need to move quick and lock it in. If you want to watch the market, of course, we're happy to do that. But when we quote you a rate, that is literally in that moment.
It is that day.
So
Sometimes
that day,
sometimes hours of that day. Yeah.
so right. And we have had clients come back and say, "Whoa, what happened?" Well, we couldn't lock you in. And if we can't lock you in, we can't guarantee that rate.
Right.
And now the market has adjusted for worsening pricing. And we have to now tell you that's where we're at. And it may or may not still benefit you. You know, as a purchase, it's most likely still going to benefit you. But we also still have to make sure you qualify. If you were right on that borderline, that can affect your purchase price now. So just everyone needs to understand the market has shifted a little bit. And again, like Debbie said, it ebbs, it flows, it ebbs, it flows. And that's just where we're at. We can watch it. Hopefully it'll come down a little bit more. And maybe it stays where it's at now for a while.
Right.
Just like we were.
No, and that's a good point, Heidi. I mean, it's something
Yeah.
that we have talked about on the show before, but in the recent months, interest rates have continued to stay flat or fall versus going up, right? So if you were pre-approved a couple of months back and you were on the borderline kind of pushing those debt ratios to get into that next price range that you want to be in order to buy that home that you want, it's a really good idea to reach out to your lender again and say, where am I at right now today? Can I still get into that price? What would it cost me to buy the rate down to stay at my price level that we talked about? Because that is where you're at right now. If you were pushing the envelope in that debt ratio and interest rates are up, well, how are you going to stay at that same price range? Well, you're going to have to pay points to buy that rate down to stay in that price range, or you've got to take your price range down. So something definitely very important to reach out and talk to your lender about if you are pre-approved, you're out actively looking at homes on the market, and you were maybe pushing that envelope before. The other thing I think is really important is for people to understand, what do we need from you in order to lock in an interest rate? And I think that that's a really important subject, because a lot of people do get caught with their pants down because they've done an application on the website, but they haven't supplied any documentation yet.
Right.
And we can't lock you in at that point, right? If you are a pre-approval and we have pre-approved you for a home and you're negotiating on a property, we cannot lock you in until you have a contract accepted between you and the seller. So I think it's really important for us to go through all of the things that are part of an application, what we need to have in our hands in order to lock in that interest rate, because that can sometimes take a client a couple of hours. And sometimes it can take a client a couple of months to get us what we need, right? So let's talk about it, Heidi. So give us a couple of things that you know that you need to have in your hands before you can get that application put together and actually lock that rate.
Absolutely. So if you're a purchase, obviously we need a fully executed purchase contract signed by the buyer, the seller, everything agreed upon. We need that. Now, every other loan, okay, so if you're not a purchase or you are, everything else will apply to you. And again, it's going to be, I'm just going to go kind of general. Okay. We need your income. So self-employed taxes, not self-employed, W-2s, pay stubs. If you have rentals, we need your taxes, your W-2s, your pay stubs, your assets. So I get this question all the time because I do phrase it as assets and people get very confused on what that means. Your assets are your money. Okay. Your bank statements, your 401k, retirement, So sometimes we need reserves. That can be retirement. That's 401k, IRA, any investment accounts. Okay. A lot of people are using like
Money
Robinhood,
markets,
right?
stocks, bonds, mutual funds, anything.
Right.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So any kind of money that you have that we are using for this purchase or reserves, so money that you can show that you still have in the bank after we close your loan. We need 2 months on almost every loan. So 2 months, full statements, can't black anything out, can't leave out any pages, can't white anything out, none of it. We need to see it all. Driver's license. We need a copy of your valid driver's license. If it has expired, because with COVID and everything going on, you can give an expired driver's license and a paper copy of the renewal. Okay, which everyone should be able to get.
Or your passport.
Or your passport. Passport's another one. So it has to be a government issued photo ID that's valid. Okay. So could be your permanent resident alien card. It can be your passport. It can be your driver's license. I mean, everyone gets where we're going with this.
Right.
If you own properties, we need your current mortgage statement. We need your current evidence of insurance. If you have an HOA, we need your actual HOA bill. Sometimes we need your property tax statement, but most of the time we can get that from you, but occasionally we'll ask for it.
Yep. So
what am I forgetting?
Yeah, well, if you're self-employed, that's a fun one. Obviously, whether you're a Schedule C or whether you're incorporated, whether you're an LLC, S Corp, or C Corp, we still need to have the 2 years full tax returns. Absolutely, 100%, hands down. Where a lot of people get stuck is that we need to have a P&L and we need to have a balance sheet. And how much of a P&L and a balance sheet is determined by what kind of loan program that you're doing, when was the last time that you filed your tax returns. So, depending on our conversation, I am going to send you a list when we first have a conversation that says, these are the items that I need from you. Here is the link to my website. Do your application and then upload the documents in this list. If you follow that list and you check mark off all of the documents that I have asked you for, I will have enough to complete a loan application and lock in an interest rate. But I can tell you that even if you have 2019 tax returns, people really are just starting to file 2020s. Most haven't even gotten them done yet. That's okay. But with COVID and with everything that has happened and with a lot of self-employed businesses not having made it through the 2020 year, or with a lot of people having a decline in income, that balance sheet and those P&Ls become very, very important to our file. So even if you give me the 19 return and the 18 return, if I don't have a P&L and I don't have a balance sheet and I don't know if your loan is something that can be done, I am not going to turn that live, create it to be a loan, and lock in an interest rate. I want to make sure you've provided me with everything that I need so that we know how to move forward, what loan program that you're applying for, what interest rate are you going to get? Those things are really, really important. So just make sure that you guys understand that if you can lock in your interest rate at the point that we have a completed loan application. And the complete loan application is the online application and all of the documents that were requested from me or from Heidi or from Carrie, Cindy or Larry or whoever that you are talking to on the phone from the team. Whoever sends you that list, make sure that you get us those items. If you get us everything we've asked you for and you do the online application, there should be no reason why we can't get through the review and then get that interest rate locked in. So I just thought that was really, really important to talk about. So I think we've got some comments, Matt. What do we got going on over there?
So we have a couple back. Drew said, y'all are so awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome. And we're going to play that thing again. Trust me.
Thank you.
Dad chimed in to say that between 1979 and 82, interest rates peaked at about 20% during the recession.
Yes, they did. They sure did. And we're hoping we don't go there again.
Nope.
Karen says, I hear you. Which
Karen, so great to see you watching us. We've got we're going to be helping Karen with a loan here coming up pretty soon. Me and her have been working for a little while together. So looking forward to that, Karen.
And Shelly says, don't buy porn on your bank statement for 2 months.
To be honest with you, if that's your thing, if that is your thing, it's okay. We can't discriminate that that's your thing.
I've seen it a lot of times.
It's
we've
2021.
I don't even bat an eye at it anymore.
No. We've seen it many times. It's okay.
Oh, and Karen says, hopefully very soon.
Yes. Hopefully very soon, Karen. I'm just waiting to hear from you. So I know you're working on things. But I love it, you guys. Keep putting the questions in the feed. Shelly, keep giving us some funny stuff. Like I said a little bit earlier, I love living vicariously through her posts. She's kind of like you, Matt. She's always got something really funny, like a funny meme or something that she puts up. And you just absolutely just want to die laughing so hard when you see it. It's great. But again, hey, if you guys are listening to us on Saturday morning, you guys want to be part of the conversation. We want you part of the conversation. Why are you not tuning in live on Wednesday at 5 on YouTube? You guys could be watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, whatever your handle is, wherever you like to be, whatever social media platform is rubbing you the right way. You guys can watch us there and, interact with us. Tell us you're here, ask us your questions, give us funny things. We want to hear from you. So if you're listening Saturday morning, we absolutely love you guys on radio, and we just really absolutely appreciate that you do listen to the show. I want to thank everybody too. I can't even tell you how many, very recently I've started to get a lot of them. And I think it just takes time. We've been on radio now for, this July will be 5 years, believe it or not. And so, but it does take time, right, to kind of build that audience, people to get to know you, people to hear the show and understand what's going on and follow along. And, so now I'm at the point where I'm starting to get, emails that say, I've been listening to you for a long time. I used to listen to your radio. Now I'm listening to you on podcast, which was kind of cool. That was a cool one today. And I hope everybody out there listening knows that if you guys want to go back and listen to it on podcast, every single show that we do goes to our podcast as well. So we've got YouTube and Facebook going on live on video. Then we've got podcast going up every week, and we've got radio going on the weekends. And it's all the same show, all the same great information. YouTube's awesome because we've got the workshops that we've started for 2021. I know I keep promising I'm going to get back to them, and we haven't. We've got the jumbo loans is kind of where we got stuck. That's where we need to go next. But we've done all of the terms, what does this mean? All the hot buttons that people don't understand what the heck we're talking about, escrow and CDs and impounds and all that good stuff. So you can follow along and learn all of those important terms. We've got benefits and responsibilities of homeownership. We've, basically why should you buy a home? What is important, but what is your responsibility in that home buying? We've talked about VA, FHA, and conventional loans. So you can get all of the scoop, all the dirt on those 3 loan products. We've got to get to jumbo. We've got to get to bank statements. So those are going to be coming up next. And then after that, we're going to get to closing costs. That's a very, very important part of the entire process. So the goal is to get you guys through all of it. We started off strong. We got a little sidetracked. So we're going to get back to it. We'll get back to it either next week or the week after. And then we'll kind of keep going through. But all of those different videos that we've done so far are in our Homebuyer Workshop 2021. I guess you call it a folder. Is it a folder on YouTube, Matt? Is that what they call it?
Playlist.
Playlist. There you go. See? That's what I need Matt for. He's the one that puts them all up there. So it's in our Homebuyer Workshop 2021 playlist. You guys can watch all of those. It's a great place to start if you've been thinking about buying a home and you don't really know where to start. And we're doing it for you guys. We're doing it for the education. We want to make sure that we're teaching you everything that we possibly can. So moral of the story for today is if you heard interest rates went up, they did. If you haven't refinanced, you've been on the fence, get off of it. Get your application done and complete so that you can get a interest rate locked in. And, maybe for you, it might be a good time to just kind of watch for a little bit. Maybe for you, it's a good time to get it going. So if you guys have questions, we're always around. You can go to mortgagemomradio.com. You can send us a message right from the website. You can call our office. It's 844-935-3634. I haven't asked one time yet today, and I need to learn how to do this from the beginning. You guys have to please, please, please like the video that you're watching, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Please click on that notification bell and click the all button so that you know when we do go live. It really just means a lot to us. It helps our algorithm. It gets our information out there. It pushes out the content. Very, very important. So let's go ahead and play Drew's video again because I swear I'm going to get him some ticket sales. I'm doing it. It's going to happen. So let's go ahead and do that here for a sec.
The music of Johnny Cash, June Carter, and more coming to you in one unforgettable virtual performance on Johnny Cash's birthday, Friday, February 26th, by the Walking Phoenixes.
We got married in a fever.
Playing the hits of Johnny Cash and June Carter with special guests actor Bill Dempsey Young and James Crook paying a tribute to Elvis Presley.
We're gonna do anything to lay off of my blue suede shoes.
Witness the premiere of lead singer Drew and Young's original song, Irish Cowgirl, with guest Irish dancer Kennedy McGill, literally tapping across the world in Ireland. Tickets on sale now at www.joaquinphoenixes.com. Hear Jared Miller on bass, Matt Lake on guitar, Josh Mayo on drums, and Drew and Young and the lovely Jeannie Marie Jacobson paying tribute to Johnny and June. This special show will be benefiting mesothelioma research from the Pacific Meso Center, February 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tickets available now at joaquinphoenixes.com. This show is sponsored by Worthy Brewing and Mortgage Mom Radio. One night only. Get your tickets now and enjoy this performance from the comfort of your own home or wherever you are.
All right. Well, welcome back. And thank you so much again for listening to, watching, and interacting with Mortgage Mom Radio. We absolutely love it. Thank you so much. I've got Heidi Schlegel Points with me, as always, my co-host. I love her. I miss her. I wish that she was closer to home. I wish I could see you every day. I wish I could yell at you from my office to yours. It's just so
I wish we could too.
It's just so
It's
frustrating.
really kind of boring without you. I got to be honest.
I know.
Just not the same. And I could scream, "What are you talking about in there?"
Right? I know. Everybody listening, you guys go to walkingphoenixes.com. Get those tickets if you're listening Saturday morning, even though the show was Friday, February the 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. You guys can catch the next show, which will be March the 27th. It's a Saturday. So please, please, please get your tickets. Please, please. This is such a great cause. All of the money is going to the Pacific Heart Lung Institute for mesothelioma. Did I do it?
Yep.
Mesothelioma.
Yep.
Swear I did so much better last week.
I know what happened.
I don't know.
It's a tough word.
I did have a glass of wine last week before we got started, and I didn't do that today. I'm actually drinking my Diet Coke, so maybe I don't know. Maybe
I was
that
thinking
needs
maybe
to be.
Lori tied your hair too tight.
maybe Larry. Yeah. She kind of braided it up too tight. She pulled everything out of my mouth. I don't know. But it is such a great cause, you guys, really, and there are so many people that are affected by it. It's not something that is talked about every day, but it definitely needs research. It needs money. It's one of those diseases that just don't get what they need. They don't get the attention that it requires, and it really does touch a lot of lives. So please, if you haven't already, go get a ticket. Enjoy some Johnny Cash, some June Carter. They've got an original song that they're putting out. I actually heard it. It was fantastic. It was the Irish Cowgirl, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was not cowboy. It was cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
Irish cowgirl. I even downloaded it to my phone, so every time I get in my car now, for some reason, iTunes likes to pull that one up first. But it's a great song, and they got some Elvis going on. Did you see anything else that I missed? We got the tap dancer that's happening. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be fun, and it's going for a great cause, guys. So even if you're not big country listeners, go and donate some money, anything that you can possibly afford to. We'd really, really appreciate it. And again, if you're listening Saturday morning and you missed last night's show, go get a ticket for March 27th. Why not? So
Just remember, it's a charity, right?
is.
It's a tax write-off. You're giving to a great cause. You're helping out research to save people's lives. You get an event out of it. If you're not interested, then donate, buy other people tickets. You're doing something great for other people, and what makes you feel better than that?
right. Absolutely. So we are kind of rounding out the hour. We talked about interest rates, which has kind of been a hot topic this week. And I don't really have anything else that I feel like's been kind of hot topic this week. How about you, Heidi? Usually we have, it seems like it goes in sprees, right? The same thing happens over and over again. And so it's important for us to talk about. You have anything coming across your desk?
No, really, it's just been a lot of interest rates. I've got a lot of people taking cash out right now. A lot of questions about what's my home value going to be in the next 2 years. I love that question because I swear if I knew that answer, again, Debbie and I would not be doing mortgages.
We would not be doing mortgages.
I don't know. I had a great question, right?
Yeah.
Should I be taking the cash out and using my equity? Because what if I want to rent this house out in 2 years and take equity out then? And my answer was, I have no idea what your home will be worth in 2 years, and neither do you. So with this cash out, they were able to pay off 100% of their debt. Their payment was going up $50,
Nice.
but paying off $1,500 a month in minimum payments. So I said, well, I don't know what your house will be worth in 2 years, but I know that you're paying off $1,500, eliminating minimum payments of $1,500 a month. So why don't you take that, put it in some money market account or CDs or whatever your financial advisor says, and in 2 years, you're going to have that money.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 years, I don't know what equity you will have or won't have.
Right. Right. But if you can start saving that money,
But
then
if
you
you
don't
can
need to
start
worry
saving-
about pulling it out of the house in 2
Right,
years,
a
which will make,
minimum.
yeah, and it'll make it a lot easier to rent that home out too. If that is your goal, is to hold on to it, rent it out, create a portfolio, go buy something else.
Yep.
If it'll make it a lot easier for that to happen. If you don't have to pull money out, you don't have to put the the interest rate any higher.
Yep.
Because let's face it, in 2 years from now, guys, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but if I had to put my finger on it, I would say interest rates are going to be higher in 2 years from today. From where they are today. So why would you pull out money in 2 years from now for your interest rate to go up to get the money to go buy something else? Get yourself in a situation today, like Heidi said, that you can save the money and then be able to go and buy another home without having to do a refinance. You'll never get these interest rates back again, ever.
No.
So
that's what we talked about. I'm like, I don't know what the value will be. I don't know what the interest rates will be.
Right.
I can't predict that, but I know today where this will put you cash flow wise.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, the other thing to think about too, and this is actually did kind of come up quite a few times. And I know we've talked about it, 50 times on the show already, but I have a lot of people reaching out right now that are wanting to do refinances. They've been in forbearance. And I have a feeling that it's because we're getting close to that March 31st date where supposedly the forbearances are going to expire. So they were originally supposed to expire December 31st. Then they kicked the can down the road a little bit further and they said March 31st. Will they kick the can down the road any further? We don't know. Obviously, they are talking about more stimulus. I would think that would probably be something that gets incorporated in some way. But are they going to do it? We don't know. But we're starting to get those phone calls again from people saying, I'd really like to do a refinance. I owe $23,000 because I've been in forbearance. Can you do a refinance for me to pay off the balance that I owe? So that, and then I can drop my interest rate from what my rate is today and obviously get in a much better position. And the answer is no. I mean, we've got to get you out of forbearance, number one, first. So you've either got to come up with the $23,000, and that's just a number that I'm throwing out there. I just want everybody to understand that everybody's number is different, okay? But in this example, the person owes $23,000. You've got to come up with that $23,000 and pay it off to the bank and get out of forbearance in order to do a refinance right now. If you can't do that, then you've got to work with your mortgage company. You've got to get that $23,000 tacked onto the end of the loan. You've got to get out of the forbearance, and you've got to make 3 mortgage payments in a row on time. And no, that doesn't mean you can pay all 3 payments in January. You got to make payment in January, February, March, right? And I know that those aren't our months. I'm just trying to give examples right now. So that is coming. There's a lot of people that are trying to do that. Please keep that in mind. Get ready, get prepared. If you've been thinking this is what I'd like to do, call your mortgage company right now and get that process started. Start working on getting out of forbearance. What can they do with the balance that you owe? What are your options? Do you have the money that you've saved from not having made the mortgage payments? Maybe you should pay it up if you're wanting to refinance right now. And if you haven't, then get out of the forbearance, get the money tacked on to the end, and get those 3 payments started, right? You've got to get those 3 payments made before we can get that new refinance in play. So that's really important. The other thing to keep in mind too is we're talking about what our property value is going to be in 2 years. And again, this is just my opinion, right? I'm nobody. I'm not an economist. I'm not somebody that's out there that, I'm not reading reports on the daily. I've just been in the business a long time, and I'm a very opinionated woman.
No.
No, never.
Me
never. Never. That's not me. But, my opinion is, and this is just my opinion, and we'll kind of see if it plays out, right? So we have a ton of people that are in forbearance right now. A lot of people on deferment, forbearance, whatever your bank's calling it, whatever it is that they're doing to help you at the time, but you're not making a mortgage payment, right? Then all of a sudden this is going to come to play that you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to apply for the forbearance. The money that you owe is going to have to get approved to be moved to the end of the loan. You're going to have to start making mortgage payments again. We also have a lot of people that are out of work who haven't been able to get back to work. They lost the job. They don't have a new job yet. In those situations, we've got just about everybody, and there's going to be people that just bought a house this year, 0 down VA loan, 3.5% down FHA, 3% down Fannie Mae. There's going to be people that just bought a home this year that aren't going to have the equity, right? But the majority of people, if you guys have been watching the real estate market, you've been seeing what's been going on with the property values. You've been seeing that every single home that sells for more. Every single house that's listed sells for more than what they listed it for. It's a bidding war. There's not enough inventory. There's less homes on the market than there are buyers, right? So everybody's got equity right now, just about, okay?
Yes.
If you have equity, you are not going to let your house foreclose. So do I personally, mortgage mom, think that we're going to get into a situation where we're going to be in a 2008 situation, where everybody's going to start walking away from homes? I don't. I don't think that we're going to see a massive foreclosure happen, right? What me personally, and you could watch it all. You can get on YouTube right now and you can type it in and you can watch all about the economy failing. You can watch all about the next, massive depression is coming. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. This is just my opinion, right? What I see happening, though, is that there are going to be people that do have to start making payments. At some point, they're going to stop kicking the can down the road. And they're going to say, okay, everybody's got to get back to this. We got to make payments to these mortgage companies. So if you don't have a job or you've lost your job, you got a job, but it's not paying you the same as what you were before, and you really can't afford that home, but you've got equity in it, what are you going to do? You're going to put your property on the market so that you can sell it, so that you don't lose out on your home. You don't ruin your credit. You don't go backwards, right?
Right.
So what is that going to create? That's going to create more inventory. And if it were me personally, and I was in that situation, and I needed to make sure that I sold my home fast to get myself out of a bad situation, conserve or reserve my equity, take away with me as much money as I possibly could out of the sale, I would, living in California in a bunch of matchbox homes that all look the same, I would list my house lower than the last one that sold, same model match, hoping that I'm going to get the more buyers in to get the first offer, right? So I think that what that's going to create is we're going to create a little bit more inventory. We're going to create a little bit of price drop. We're going to see some correction, but I think we're going to see interest rates go up. Where I was going with this whole story, though, is where our prices on values of homes going to be in 2 years from now? I don't know. Mortgage Mom says they're probably not going to be worth in 2 years what they are today. If you've thought about pulling money out of your home and you've got a lot of equity in it, probably do it right now. Put your money away and get ready, get prepared, because you might be able to pick up a couple of homes that are at a good price to start creating a portfolio. So just some things that, to keep in mind. And I'm not going to go any further or deeper into it. If you want to have a longer conversation about it, you guys can call me. We can talk. These are, again, just my opinions. I'm nobody. I'm not an economist. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just what I see. And, I think it's a good place to leave the show. Just kind of keep everybody's brains kind of moving and thinking and, trying to determine what is the best next step for them.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to end it.
I do too.
Pins and needles.
Right. Pins and needles. And everybody can tune in next week. We're going to do some Mortgage Mom After Dark. So you guys can watch some funny videos. We'll pull up some really good ones from when we were camping. We're going to definitely get you some Carrie. That one was great. And please, you guys get your tickets for the concert. Really, if you're listening Saturday morning, the next one's gonna be Saturday, March 27th. If you guys are watching us before Friday, it is this Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. We're gonna play that commercial one more time. We hope that you guys all enjoyed the show today, and we'll be back next week. We'll talk to y'all later.
Have a great week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
The music of Johnny Cash, June Carter, and more, coming to you in one unforgettable virtual performance on Johnny Cash's birthday, Friday, February 26th, by the Walking Phoenixes.
We got married in a fever.
Playing the hits of Johnny Cash and June Carter with special guests actor Bill Dempsey Young and James Crook, paying a tribute to Elvis Presley.
We're gonna do anything to lay off of my blue suede shoe.
Witness the premiere of lead singer Drew and Young's original song, Irish Cowgirl, with guest Irish dancer Kennedy McGill, literally tapping across the world in Ireland. Tickets on sale now at www.joaquinphoenixes.com. Hear Jared Miller on bass, Matt Lake on guitar, Josh Mayo on drums, and Drew and Young and the lovely Jeannie Marie Jacobson paying tribute to Johnny and June. This special show will be benefiting mesothelioma research from the Pacific Meso Center, February 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tickets available now at joaquinphoenixes.com. This show is sponsored by Worthy Brewing and Mortgage Mom Radio. One night only. Get your tickets now and enjoy this performance from the comfort of your own home or wherever you are.